Alright folks, welcome to the Besides the Norm podcast. That was the Vistas with Everything Changes in the End. Excellent tune. Craig, are you ready to get started?
Aye.
Cheery as always, Monkey Dunk.
Woo!
You taking too long to do that there. Now, created a lot of dead air. It was unfortunate, but it's what happened in here. It's mad. We tried to use our speaker software, and
Which we pay an extraordinary amount every month for.
a fairly premium amount. And it fucking is not working, which is really unfortunate and one of the downsides of the world.
Yeah. So, because it's us, we automatically assumed it was the internet.
Aye.
And so we were fucking and cunting the internet.
Aye. And then
And it was Spreaker fucking us.
the actual speaker desktop app that we use to do the live streams has fucked up for some reason.
Indeed.
And it just as we were about to do a show, which is perfect. So we're a wee bit late. Just be sort of sitting behind the scenes trying to get that fixed. And
also it's not live. So
also it's not live, so this is a pre-recording.
technically not.
Not that it'll change anything, but we're doing it live.
We are doing it live. This is literally just us doing it. It's just not on the internet now.
Just no live on the internet, basically. So we can't take questions, which nobody really participates in anyway.
Aye.
So it'll be absolutely fine.
This is the same show.
It's the same podcast we used today. So okay, so fuck everything. You
ICW
no
is on
no
WWE Network.
no. Fuck that story first. Craig has intrigued me with, I don't know if everybody remembers Jackass. Should do. Steve-O.
It's time. There's time. There's plenty of time for that.
Yes.
It's an ongoing story.
Craig has been winding me up, telling me it's an ongoing story, which is great.
Look, it's been going on 37 minutes now. It's not going to be
37
finished.
minutes.
It's not going to be finished
Right.
before I'm finished talking about ICW.
Okay, right, let's go.
That's cool, eh? ICW is on the WWE Network.
It's great. I think that it's not just them, it's Progress Wrestling, ICW, WXW,
But
and Evolve Wrestling.
I only care about ICW.
It is cool that they've added them in. I think they're going to start with I think it was 2 pay-per-views each.
Right.
So they're going to start with that and then start adding sort of more up-to-date shows and stuff
Like
like
older
that.
ones.
Aye.
Right, okay.
But no so old. It's basically to showcase their WWE wrestlers, really. That's all it is.
Right, okay.
And
So it'll be events that have like...
the wrestlers on it. That's what they're showcasing first.
Right.
And then I think they'll be putting more recent shows and stuff like that. Be cool if they put some of the ICW documentaries and stuff up there. That'd be cool.
Aye.
But I think it's going to be more WWE based than we would expect, sort of thing. It's going to be
Okay.
to showcase the talents before they got in the WWE,
Right.
or at least if in Drew Galloway's case, when he got sacked and his journey back, sort of thing, because he was on Progress, Evolve, all of them, the whole 4 of them. So.
Aye, yeah.
So it'll be just like a showcase for them to start off with.
Right. That makes sense. Still though.
It's
Just
mad
a wrestling thing for Glasgow.
It's
just this fucking...
aye. I was going to get into the insanity of WWE, given the time of day to indie promotions. But again, a group specifically from Glasgow,
Right.
a Scottish named thing, is started Scottish, pure Scottish, and it's on the WWE Network, and it will be for a while. They're no planning on taking it off anytime soon. They've just started it. It'll be on Saturday night. They're going to start that off.
And they're packed every fucking...
They're packed pretty much
every
every
show.
show. And I feel like it's going to get, during COVID it's been fucking irritating, but I feel like it can get better. And then now that they're co-signed pretty much by WWE,
But this will help them, because I'd
and
imagine
then they're going to get
this.
loads, because they've had people indie wrestlers wanting to get on the shows, and subcontracted WWE wrestlers as well, and they're going to get a lot more people asking to get on the show that are worldwide known. That's pretty fucking awesome. Pretty
It's
cool.
crazy.
It's
I
nuts.
remember watching the first documentary on BBC. We were just like, fuck.
Oh, they've got Colt Cabana there. That's mental.
Aye.
Because they were advertising their Colt Cabana show.
Ah,
It was,
yeah.
It was at the...
But they'd had like Raven on.
Aye.
Is Colt Cabana bigger than Raven?
Like in nowadays wrestling, yes, I would say.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Right.
As far as being like a legend, Raven's pretty well known. But as far as like worldwide known, again, Colt
But is
Cabana's
that for wrestling or is that for his podcast?
both.
Because I feel like his podcast is something completely different.
I think so, aye. But again, his brand name brings a lot of people in.
That's fair.
That's kind of usually what happens with it.
But then if you got Stone Cold Steve Austin...
That's blowing you out the water.
Aye.
Aye, that's... if you get Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's like the official... That's your official right there.
Would you say he's bigger than The Rock?
In wrestling terms, yes, but not in, again, commercial terms, no.
Right. That makes sense, aye.
Aye.
Aye, because you'd be appealing to wrestling fans, so...
Of course,
they'd be
aye.
more intrigued by Stone Cold Steve Austin being there.
That's it. And if you got The Rock on, you've got the wrestling fans, because they're fans of The Rock.
Aye.
But you've also got, like, the world tuned in, because it's The Rock. Some
Aye.
people didn't even know he was a wrestler, even though he fucking talked about it constantly.
Aye, that is mental. I ken something like that.
Aye. That's absolutely, that's unbelievable to me. He talks about it constantly, and if they've listened to anything he said before, they'll be like, oh, they would have heard.
Oh, you're a wrestler.
Unbelievable. So,
What did they do with their life that they didn't ken The Rock?
I didn't ken.
Because he's wrestled recently.
Aye. Like, I
Like,
understand.
it's not if you're 8, maybe.
Aye.
But if you're like, even if you're over 13, like he's wrestled recently enough that you would ken who he is.
Totally. Aye. I think I'm okay with people knowing
I'm not.
musical acts and stuff like that, like certain like older musical acts and stuff like that, so I'm fine with that.
Ah, yeah.
But like when it comes to The Rock, for instance, the biggest fucking star in the world, you should probably know about his like backstory.
You would think.
You would think so.
Because it wasn't as if he just done a wee bit of wrestling.
Aye.
He was the biggest fucking wrestler.
I would say it was like maybe 7 or 8 years ago he stopped wrestling fully.
Right.
Like he stopped wrestling for a long time and then he came back.
But he's had matches since.
He's had matches since, aye. But it was about 7
And
years.
then that Page film,
Aye, totally.
where he
Wrestling
played
based film.
him.
Aye, totally. As a wrestler
Like,
at the time.
it's still mainstream
That's it.
for him to be a wrestler. He's a wrestler. He's The Rock.
That's it.
His nickname's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Where do they think they got that from?
I wonder if they thought it was like a UFC name or like a thing he called himself. And I
Like,
wonder
you need
if
some heavy arrogance to go about calling yourself The Rock.
And I wonder if people know his backstory enough that he was a football player but forgot about the wrestling. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
I didn't think he was a football player. So.
Well, he started off as a football player. I think he had an injury. I think he was the guy I was talking about that like hurt his neck. So he went to wrestling.
Great.
There's a few folk done that.
Is that because they see it as less dangerous, or is that because
I think so. I think
there's less regulations than wrestling?
there's a wee bit less regulations, but I think they do see it as less dangerous until they actually get in and find out like how difficult it fucking is.
But even just for watching, like, if somebody fucks up a suplex,
Aye.
you're fucked.
Defo.
Like, that's just,
Defo.
you're fucked.
That's it.
Did Stone Cold Steve Austin not get his neck fucked up by
He did, aye. By Owen
a
Hart.
DDT or something?
It was a pile driver.
Pile driver, that's what it was.
A big neck hurter.
Aye, that would fuck people up, eh?
Defo.
What is your favourite wrestling move?
Bear in mind, we've not got much time to get Richard and stuff
We'll
on
go
as
play
well.
it, you'll be fine.
What? Right, what? What was
What
it?
is your favourite wrestling move?
The powerbomb.
Nice.
There you go.
So,
Surprised you never asked for a reason why.
I didn't need a reason why.
Cool.
So,
Right, let's move on.
the news that we've all been waiting for.
Have we?
Strike a Light is here tonight.
Right. Great.
Oh, John. Right, so Steve-O has a new comedy special up, as you know. We watched it.
It was disgusting.
Wasn't very good. He's not a very good comedian.
No. If you're
Just put that
14,
out there.
if you're 14, you're going to love it. It's
What's
great.
pathetic though is that there's a lot of like 40-year-old guys,
Ah, yeah.
30 and 40-year-old guys in the front row, like, I reckon if they were drinking, but they look like they were drinking.
Ah, yeah.
Even if
Woo!
Aye.
Shit like that, aye.
they were like
'Cause they're-
a fucking fully grown men,
Aye, they're like reliving their teens. They're like
Pissing themselves
people my
laughing.
age, aye.
passing themselves laughing
Mm-hmm.
at these non-jokes. There was a couple of bits that made me go, sorry, huh.
Aye.
But
like when he made up words and stuff like that. Like he done a bit in his old special when he's talking about cocaine, but he calls it booger sugar. There you go, funny. There you go. But not.
But that
not,
was a.
Aye. Aye.
That was a.
That was a lot of his comedy.
Aye, it's not very good.
Aye.
I could do it.
That's it.
That's what bad it is.
When he brought the guest on and stuff, it felt a bit awkward.
It did feel a bit.
It felt awkward as fuck watching that shit.
There's something about shows like that where it's, and also he's got no delivery.
No.
It's so rehearsed that it's like he was still reading it.
Well, there was a few bits that seemed like they were recorded live, but then edited. Because there's loads of cuts, like hundreds of cuts.
Aye.
And
You know what else it felt like as well? That like he'd fucked it up and he'd been asked to go back and do it again.
Seems like aye.
Because a lot of it just felt like it wasn't natural.
Aye, because a lot of the crowd, you would hear them barely laughing, and then immediately just dissipate like it was faded out.
Aye.
Into the next segment, sort of thing.
Just wasn't he?
Just trying to keep time.
It just wasn't very good.
Couple of fucking disgusting. Like, if you done anything about Steve-O's career,
there's no fucking need for that.
Aye. If you know anything about Steve-O's career, you know how much danger he's been in his life. And it's great in that sense, hearing the story of his life. But some of the shit he does is just fucking mad. He does something extremely crazy, and then he tops it off by doing something mental right after it. With a thing. Not going to ruin it for people.
Oh, aye.
But it is great. And then at the end, keep watching, or didn't keep watching for the credits.
I didn't watch the credits.
Aye.
missed
It's
it.
quite puke-inducing. Like, if you're used to Jackass, fair enough, right? But, it's getting me going. It's horrible. Aye.
It's kind of...
Watch the credits, actually. Go through it and let me know what you think.
It's kind of... I was watching through the Jackasses, and I felt myself laughing at bits that I wouldn't have laughed at as much back then, but I do now. Like the daft, just the sort of the dry sarcasm feel like Ryan Dunn.
The silly jokes that you miss.
Or Chris Pontius.
Aye, the silly jokes that you miss because you're young.
Aye.
And they were fairly young, but they were older than us at the time.
Aye.
So it's stuff we missed.
But it was like daft throw off comments for Ryan Dunn. Oh. Ryan Dunn is the funniest person in Jackass for me because he's so dry and just doesn't give anything. He's just fuck you. That's it. That's done. And then Chris Pontius, he's again this kind of. Is there different types of dry? Maybe I'm using the word dry different. Wrong. I reckon. Dry is when you're sort of like nae emotion to it. It's just
aye.
There are different types of dry, I feel. And Ben Shapiro would know all about that. Hey!
Oh yes.
Oh!
Some wet.
The fucking comedy, right? It's like that.
Some wet ass P word.
It's just aye. So
I wish I still had that on. I've replaced it with a strike of light.
You fucked it.
So did Ben.
Aye.
I'm getting slow with these.
You are getting slow with these.
I need to just remember they're there and then get on with it.
Aye.
Amazing. So aye. Story then. What's the story?
In Ballamore, wouldn't you like to know? Hey.
You're fucking...
Right, so he's promoting his new show, which wasn't very good as we've established.
Yes.
And so
fast forward to the fucking punchline, cunt.
Look, you ken the type of shit that Steve-O does.
Yes.
He's a attention-seeking whore.
Yep.
Right? So what did he do in the title sequence of his special?
Good. Well, a few things.
He taped himself with a truck.
Aye.
And he went across.
It was a billboard truck thing. Aye.
So guess what he's done? He's found a billboard of his DVD,
right,
and he's taped himself to it about 100 feet in the air.
Oh, Jesus.
He's got, I don't know how the fuck he got up there, because the video of them trying to get him doing it, there's a big huge crane. But he's gotten himself on a billboard of his, and he's taped himself to himself.
Jesus.
And Fox News have been covering it for, well, it's about 45-50 minutes now. And that's how he's promoting his new...
He's an idiot. He's already done it. Right, no, he's to promote it because he's not got it on like Netflix or anything like that. He's just released it through his website.
Aye.
So he's having to go through the major stunts sort of thing.
Aye.
Publicity stunts is what I was trying to get on. That's mad. He's an idiot.
You had a very different idea of what.
Yes, I thought it'd been Me Too'd because you were like, you said it's an ongoing story, so I was like, all right, Me Too'd. That's
well, it is an ongoing story.
Well, technically, yes. You have, unfortunately, I overinflated the story in my own head.
Aye.
So I was expecting much more of a talking point.
And that's why I held it back so much, because I wanted you to hype up as much as you could possibly do it.
Thank you very much.
So that I could ruin it for you.
Excellent. It's amazing.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Craig.
So who's your favourite Jackass character?
John Hicksville.
I think he's too mental.
Actually, I do hate him for that.
Also, some of he's not got very good comebacks either sometimes.
Nah, he's not a funny guy. Nah.
There's the bit where he's sort of the first bad grandpa bit, where he's got the wee boy and they're at the in taco truck or whatever.
Really shy. What about you, like? There's that kind of level there.
Aye. Yeah, I come from your face.
God.
What the fuck are you talking?
Patters like what?
I mean, if you want the guy to punch you for a good bit, that would be a good bit.
Aye.
But you need to be better than come from your face.
Oh God. Aye.
Yeah, I'll go around the block and see your mother. Brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Fucking amazing.
Oh God.
Christ, I hate it.
Sickens me.
I hate life.
I really don't have a favourite Jackass guy. I actually hate them all. Yeah.
You know, I hate especially Dave England.
Why?
It's just his obsession with shit just does me nothing.
I think why I laughed.
He's constantly just fucking disgusting.
It's always shit in it.
It's always shit. He just shits himself and he just shits everywhere and there's
shit.
Just get a fucking grip. You're a grown man and you just shit yourself in public for fun. Or like when he done the puke omelette thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking get a job.
Dig us in, mate.
Go on the dole. Like, be respectable.
Get on welfare.
Fuck.
So I think we're going to move on with a song.
Right, okay.
So this is Ollie Wale with City Lights.
Dope. I love cheese.
Escape and then I'll send a letter home to you. Another year has come and gone, stop by the fear of moving on this time. I'd better see it through. When I'm struggling hopelessly, there is no place I'd rather be. I wanna go to the city lights, elevated to greater heights. No more daydreams for little me, when my dreams are reality. No, I won't let this one horse town defeat me. I'm needing something to change my life completely. I wanna go to the city lights. Hey! My friends, I act like nothing's wrong, pretend they listen to my song at the end of empty pubs is drawing near. Yeah, I'll swap it for a life of fame. Billboards will advertise my name, and crowds will flood the streets when I appear. When I'm feeling lost at sea, there is no place I'd rather be. I wanna go to the city lights, elevated to greater heights. No more daydreams for little me, when my dreams are reality. No, I won't let this one horse town defeat me. I need something to change my life completely. see. There is no place I'd rather be. I wanna go to the city lights, elevated to greater heights. No more daydreams for little me, when my dreams are reality. No, I'm never gonna let this one horse die to feed me. I'm needing something to change my life completely, completely. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I wanna go to the city lights, elevated to greater heights. I'm gonna leave this one horse town behind me. Now there's only one place you'll ever find me. I'll meet you under the city lights.
Alrighty, so that was turning again. That was Ollie with City Lights. Fantastic,
A professional
fantastic.
would know who you were.
They certainly would, but the PC could be closer as well. It'd be much better. So we did bring up Richard Baxter earlier on. We didn't quite get the chance to talk about it, so we'll do it now. So, so how are you doing, Richard?
I'm very well, thank you. Yep.
Excellent.
Enjoying the sunshine up in Lochaber. It's a lovely evening up here.
Well, lucky for some. Have you heard about the lightning and torrential rain we've had down here?
I have, yes. We've been spared it, but I'm kind of glad that I'm not in Fife this week. I was down last week, but I'm glad not to be there this week.
Oh, it was Victoria Hospital that got hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've
Well,
seen
I
that.
heard the car park was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, but a lot of the cars were sort of buried up under a lot of water, so pretty bad.
I did see a picture of the locals in Lochaber taking full advantage of their new swimming pool.
Oh,
That was
swimming.
fun.
I thought
So they had like a rubber dinghy thing.
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's unbelievable.
Could you imagine how manky that water is?
Oh, yeah, really, really filthy water, like unbelievable.
I'm sure.
So, how's the new station that you've been since you moved away from Kennoway?
Yeah, it's a good place to work. It's very different. Takes a while getting used to West Highland ways. It's we're also totally surrounded by tourists.
All right.
I mean, other times of year, other summers it's been quite busy, but all of a sudden this summer it's just crazy up here.
Yeah.
People camping everywhere, and just crowds of people, and it feels a wee bit uncomfortable. I've got to be honest, occasionally.
Yeah.
So, no, it's a great place to work. I like it. It's just very different kind of community, different ways of working.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine, obviously, due to the current pandemic right now, it's been extremely difficult up there.
Well, yeah, look, because here you've only got small hospitals and very, very few resources. People are a wee bit anxious about whether it's going to create difficulties if we do get any outbreaks up here. We're going to be struggling to cope. But so far we've been reasonably well protected, and we'll just see what happens.
Well, it
certainly makes everybody learn some new skills.
Yeah.
For the first 20 odd years I was working as a minister, being a video editor wasn't part of the job. Now it's a crucial part of the job.
So have you been putting out so what have you been doing on your YouTube? It's great that you've got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's right. We put out an online service every week, about 15-20 minute service. But I'm filming that outside in different locations and things. It's a bit boring to have a 20-minute video filmed with somebody standing talking inside a church, so I don't do that. So we try and do that with different locations, bit of music. So there's a whole lot of those. There's a few kids talks on the channel as well. And thanks to your good offices, there's a song now that wasn't there before. So I'm just doing that, and we're putting out paper copies of worship resources for people who just don't do digital and are never going to.
Yeah.
So I'm sending about 500 copies every 8 weeks of just materials people can use for the next 8 weeks. So it's pretty busy.
Yeah.
Pretty busy even though you never go to church and don't see anybody.
Well, so the church has been completely closed. Like, has there stuff been open this week, Craig?
Yeah, I don't know. I know the churches around the here are doing similar things. They're doing a week, a video a week on Facebook or whatever, and they're uploading. They upload audio versions. They've always uploaded audio versions of
today was the first day I actually did a live service, since lockdown started. I did that in a wee church up at Kilmanevic near Spain Bridge. With the thing is, we can get less than 20 people in under social distancing rules. They've all got to sit and wear masks, and they're not allowed to sing. So truthfully, the ones who are using the online stuff are getting a much better offering than the ones who are trying to come to live things with all the restrictions.
Yeah.
But we'll do them all and just see. They'll all work for somebody.
Did you say they're not allowed to sing?
No, not allowed to sing.
Oh.
Breaks my heart. Not you're allowed to sing. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
Sing.
That must make it difficult.
We can't sing because singing is one of the things that more than anything else puts droplets into the air. So it's a high risk thing. So choirs and stuff like that will be the very last thing to come back.
So I've not been to loads of church services, but I've been to a few, and I distinctly remember that singing was like an integral part of a church service. That must make things odd.
We've used some instrumental music instead. We've got a good musicians about. One of them will kind of play a few things, but I mean, I'm just making the services shorter.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to fill the time by talking. I'll say what I've got to say and stop as I've always done. And if that means we're finished in half an hour, that means we're finished in half an hour. So that's been what I've been doing anyway.
I
know other people have done things where they've kind of uploaded services and there's all kinds of music on YouTube you can use and that kind of thing. But you got so many licenses and restrictions, and I'm just keeping it to our own music. Yeah,
I know there's been a few from Kennoway who are doing also like a Bible verse each week. It's like just a thing to just keep things going. It keeps things fresh in people's minds.
I know Alan Morton, my successor down there, is doing online stuff on a regular basis. So there's something I've seen things that Gillian Patterson's doing from Methil. So there are various things happening around the area down there.
Yeah. So I had visions in my head of churches with just big plastic screens everywhere and just everybody's separated.
Like
We haven't done that, but we've had to mark out the seats that people are allowed to sit in, and we have to take contact tracing details when people arrive. We have to get them to wear masks. So it's all a bit limited.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange. If they gave us the same kind of rules that they use in restaurants, we could probably cope with that much easier. But that's the way it is. We'll just work with it until it changes.
That's it. Well, we'll move on. We'll move on because again, it can get gloomy, and if you talk about it too much, and it's one of those things. But strike a light. What gave you the idea?
Yes.
What gave you the idea to put the video out? Was it the clip we put up, or?
Well, it was the clip you put up because that reminded me of the interview we did. How many years ago was it? I don't know.
4 years ago.
4 years came up as a kind of Facebook memory. Yeah. And I was thinking, I haven't heard that for a long time. I have sung it once or twice with schools up here, but not as much as I would have down in Kennoway or Balcurvey or Milton or Star. So that kind of made me think, that would make quite a good wee song. So I used it as the final song in my service on Sunday morning, for last Sunday. So it's on there, and then I just cut the video out and made it a video on its own.
That's amazing.
So it was there if anybody wants it.
Well,
that makes me so happy. I cannot explain how happy that makes me.
Well, that's if you think about
that is my childhood right there.
Good.
Well, if you think about it, but again, you put up these sort of same post with the video, and I'd seen you'd said that you'd worked in sort of 3 other schools as well.
Well, I was down there. I was working at 4 primaries and 2 or 3 high schools.
Yeah. Because we obviously had no idea that. But were you doing it just as much, just as much time at Kennoway as other schools as well?
Pretty much. Well, I mean, Kennoway was the biggest school, so it probably had the most time. My pattern was I tried to do something with every class every year. Yeah. And it might only be 1 class and 1 assembly or something, but I tried to make sure everybody was included that way. So. And because Kennoway had about 14 classes, that meant it was in quite a lot.
Aye.
So that was. But it was a Kennoway class that wrote the song with me. Yeah. So that I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was one of Jill Burton's P7 classes.
Okay.
But it was It was before I was even a minister. Really, I was still doing my training at the time. So it's a lot of years back now. It's the best part of 25 years.
Mad.
So classic rock.
That is classic rock.
That's the test of time. Absolutely.
Have you had a chance to check some of the... Because I tagged you in my post. Did you have a chance to check some of the comments left?
I did. There was some really nice comments. I really appreciated it.
Did you hear about people...
remember stuff that
you
did that was done?
Did you hear about a group of the guys drunk last weekend and all singing it, which was amazing. That I found it so close to when this was released.
Yes. I am going to take it that they still kept good social distancing from each other and didn't put each other in the ball.
Yes, I'm hoping so.
Yeah, but I mean, but the thing is, it's nice to have those things that connect people.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I suspect the things most people can remember from anything they did in primary school are pretty limited.
Yeah.
Maybe bits of a times table, but not much more.
That's it.
And so if there's something that people associate it with being kind of fun and upbeat, then that's good enough for me. You know, I think that's a good legacy to leave behind.
Well, what's happening now is people are tagging other people, and I'm still getting comments right now.
Okay,
it's been pretty incredible. So I'm going to go through.
It's had 160 views on YouTube already.
Is it?
So,
wow.
Yeah. So it is taking off a wee bit.
It's amazing because there's some folk for that were in my class at school, and then they're tagging maybe somebody's tagged their sister who's got another generation of people.
Yeah.
That are added in, and now just there, somebody has tagged I think about 3 people there, and then now they're commenting, which is another year of school, and this is just.
What's nice about that is it puts people back in touch with each other who might by now be living quite far apart. You get them talking to each other and sharing a few memories, and that's great.
Well, that's it. That's somebody a minute ago. This totally made me smile and brought back so many memories. It's sad that I remember all the words.
It's not sad that they remember all the words. It's good.
Ross Murray, 100% legend.
That's nice.
This is amazing, Scuba. It wasn't me. That was Richard singing.
I would take credit for it anyway.
We will take credit for it.
Fair enough.
Great comments, man. This is amazing.
That's really nice. And I'd say just wee things that make people smile have got something to be said for them, haven't they?
It's great.
This kind of stage when people are doing enough hard stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think
it's amazing the types of things that bring people together, though, because we've got 2 examples of Kennoway Primary School legends. That's
right,
Mr. Baxter and Striker Light, and that's Nurse Duff. They're the two legends that are known.
What was the second one? Sorry,
Nurse Duff.
Do you remember Nurse Elaine Duff?
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were going to try and get her on at some point because she was quite an integral part of even just the Leeds Mouth community, really.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and get her on, and Mr. McMaster, an old teacher as well.
Yes.
So
that's right. Ian was the other guitarist in the school at the time.
Yes.
But Ian was happy to play in his class.
Yeah.
But he was never happy to play in an assembly.
Did you
I
ask
remember him sitting behind the piano in the old Kennoway Primary School, playing for his class while they were singing on the stage, so that nobody would see he was even there.
Oh no! So, what was wrong with him? He could have.
No, he was quite happy doing things for all the kids. Anything with kids. Yeah. They didn't like doing it in front of adults.
Oh, right.
Shy Mr. McMaster. Unbelievable.
You can ask him that if you could hold him. Ask if that's true, if I've made that up.
I would love to.
He was a good guitarist. He was perfectly capable. There's no reason why he shouldn't have stood there and belted it out. Maybe just I was the show off and he was the shy.
I would never have thought Mr. McMaster was
Well, just
shy.
Think about that. How amazing would it have been for a wee collaboration?
A collaboration? We're making it happen. We are making it happen. We'll hire a recording studio. We'll put it on iTunes.
You can make it. If you can get him out of a fishing river to do it, good luck to you.
You know what?
I'll happily join in.
when we had you in here the last time, we mentioned doing Strike a Light, and we were so gutted that we could not. We just genuinely were like, he's not going to be willing to perform this live.
Yeah.
Totally dropped the ball. 4 years ago, this could have all been done. So,
well, maybe the time's just right. So
it's great. I think it's great we waited though, and we've kept folk waiting.
No, I appreciate you getting it out to people. As I say,
Definitely, man.
Just
definitely.
a nice memory for me that people remembered and appreciated and liked it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there other songs that you play? Like Mr. Masters' obvious thing was Waltzing Matilda. That was his thing.
Yes, I remember. There's lots. I mean, some of my a lot of my songs don't see the light of day for very long, but I've got a few that I use in services and a few that I use in schools. Probably the most recent one that I remember writing was a song called "All of Us Are Highlanders Now." It's just about the people who turn up here from all over the world. It's about a kind of a woman from a local guy who works in the foundry kind of place, and about a woman from Manila who works in a care home, and it's about a Polish guy who works in a festival. It's all that kind of thing, and just the stuff that connects them.
Yeah.
They're mostly just wee feel good songs. They're not great works of art, but they entertain me.
I think these are all things that would be really appreciated in times like a lockdown. Like it's cozy songs.
Yeah.
They're nice songs to just listen to and just appreciate. They might not be. You're no Ariana Grande, but like that's not an insult either. But it's
don't look like
for a
her
different. No, unfortunately. But it's something that people can really, really appreciate for long, long periods of time, as has been proven with Strike a Light.
I think you've shown that. That's right. Yeah. That's right. That was kind of several generations of kids sang that. So.
Somebody asked for a remix as well, and I was like, I mean,
you're going to put a heavy bass over the back of it, are you?
Well,
we could. We know a lot of producers. We know a dubstep producer as well.
I was actually messed around with it earlier because somebody suggested, and I made a stupid joke. Like somebody suggested like a remix, and I was like, well, what about a dance tune or heavy jungle music, like. So I got
we've got a hip hop podcast.
Well, I got a jungle drum loop, and I was trying to mix it at the top, and it works, but you have to slow down Richard quite a bit,
right? Or speed him up.
Well, the thing, I don't know. That was kind of, but you would have to get like a proper recording done because it sounds a bit weird on the phone, mixing with a sort of mastered song, so it doesn't work properly. But again, we could do that at some point as well.
That would be quite good fun.
We might fire on it.
That's cool, man.
Just as a vanity project. Is that a vanity? Is that a
I
think it is. Aye. We'll use it. We'll say it is. Oh. There you go. Well, Richard, thank you for joining in. And I think you want to introduce the song. We'll play it, and then.
Right? Are you going to play that song just now? Are you?
I certainly am. Aye.
Oh, excellent. Well,
not the remix. Not the remix. Just
not the remix.
Not the remix yet. But you have to wait for that.
Well,
okay, so this is the original. Unplugged version of Strike a Light. I might bring back a few memories for people. Feel free to join in, and if you know the action, sit and do them by yourself, and nobody's going to see you, and nobody's going to give you a hard time. So enjoy the song. Thanks very much. Great to talk to everybody. Bye this time.
Strike a light, shine out bright, make somebody smile tonight. Wipe away the tears and end the sorrow. Share and give, be positive, find a better way to live. We can build a better world tomorrow. Make friends with someone lonely, lend a hand to someone small. Do a favour for a neighbour, we'll care for one and all. Try to think of others and to help along the way. Remember that a little smile lights up a cloudy day. Strike a light, shine out bright, make somebody smile tonight. Wipe away the tears and end the sorrow. Share and give, be positive, find a better way to live. We can build a better world tomorrow. It doesn't matter if your skin is yellow, black or white. We're happy to be friends with you, we're equal in God's sight. It doesn't make a difference if you're young or if you're old. Everybody needs a friend, we need a hand to hold. Strike a light, shine out bright, make somebody smile tonight. Wipe away the tears and end the sorrow. Share and give, be positive, find a better way to live. We can build a better world tomorrow. Remember to say thank you to folk who help you out. Be there when someone needs you, that's what friendship is about. Everybody matters, whoever they may be. So come along and sing this song and strike a light with me. Strike a light, shine up bright, make somebody smile tonight. Wipe away the tears and end the sorrow. Share and give, be positive, find a better way to live. We can build a better world tomorrow. Strike the light, shine up bright, make somebody smile tonight. Wipe away the tears and end the sorrow. Share and give, be positive, find a better way to live. We can build a better world tomorrow.
Amazing. Incredible. Great to chat to Richard again after 4 years.
We'll get him back in again in another 4 year.
Well, that's it.
With the remix.
Oh man, on a Junglist massive remix. I think we'll stick to like just a dance remix for people. Hip hop mix.
Alright.
It's 107 BPM. That's what I worked out earlier when I listened to it.
Right.
So you could get like 107. Like again, that 24 Karat Magic Bruno Mars works nicely with it, but it would need to be nicely recorded. Then you could do it.
Or you could just go all live for the streets on it and just sample. Just sample it and.
With the beginning part, you could sample the guitar. It's pretty on beat at the beginning.
I mean, on
Again,
live for the streets on Matt's Yahoo episode, Matt's Yahoo just recorded in a phone box.
Aye, to be fair, aye.
You heard like cars going past and stuff.
I didn't like it.
I mean, I ken Mr. Green's a better producer, but I mean,
I just didn't.
Ian's a good producer.
Could probably work on getting Ian to do something for it. Could work. Anyway, that's in the future. But aye, I like
in
that.
40 years when we come back again.
That's it. It would be good to get him like to do an actual recording of it though.
Yeah.
Then that way we've got that to mess around with at some point. So that'll be awesome.
But let's stop adding stuff to his workload.
Again, aye. I get with acoustic guitar and stuff like that. It's usually offbeat. Like live bands normally do that.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. So when I was trying to mix the jungle music with Richard Baxter earlier, I had myself gone back and moving the pitch back and forward just to catch the vocals up.
It was weird. Like, I keep
finding
forward. Myself saying Mr. Baxter as if I'm still.
Well, I said Richard and I felt weird when I introduced him as Richard. I was like, what?
And that's his name.
And that is his name, aye.
But
the
fact that we know him from school,
aye. Mad.
He's Mr. Baxter. That's his name.
Aye.
Like when we're speaking to Mrs. Sullivan, she's Mrs. Sullivan.
Well, no to me, I didn't know her as Mrs. I know her as Michaela, sort of thing.
Oh, right.
She's...
For a moment there, I forgot what her name was.
Egypt.
But I think that's going to be, and there again with Nurse Duff, if she ever comes on. I'm going to keep calling her Nurse Duff.
I
mean, that's just what I kind of as, but you worked with her, so.
I worked with her, I knew her as Elaine, so it's different for me.
Aye.
The in crowd, son. The in crowd. The behind the scenes.
You sat at the back of the bus, mate. That's how cool you are.
Incredible. Well, do you have anything else you want to bring up?
No, really, man. It's been kind of a haphazard.
It certainly has.
Sort of duct taped episode. I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to be.
Aye.
Because it's not live, it's been kind of. We've not got timing.
To be fair, we're pretty close to an hour.
But how much of that is dead air? Were you waiting to try and.
We're not that close to an hour, I would say. It wasn't that long, though. It's only about 5 minutes or something.
Oh, still.
Pretty cool, though.
The timing isn't great.
No.
And it was kind of just sort of shoved the gear because we weren't sure what we were doing.
Aye.
And
it's one of these things. One of these things we have to put up with.
Aye.
But I enjoyed myself there.
Aye,
it was
fun.
good.
I like Richard.
Aye. Always a good guest to have on.
Aye.
Always a good guest. So it'd be cool.
Aye,
cool. This last song is Saint Phoenix with a track called Bones. Thank you for tuning in, people. Much appreciated. I think we might have a few different listeners this week. So down below you'll have the description where everywhere you can follow us. We do daft YouTube videos as well. We reviews and all that kind of stuff.
Also do a hip hop podcast on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday as well.
So if you're into hip hop,
check it out.
good hip hop though. None of your pish.
None of your Little Wayne.
Aye.
So it's up to date referencing I can think it. Little Wayne. Amazing.
He's not had a song for like 8 years, but
Nah. But really recent. So again, this is St. Bones. Fucking hell. St. Phoenix with Bones. Peace.
I just can't hide. They're calling my name. Dead men are chasing. Now I can't escape. Night after night, day after day. I try to run away and hide from my fear and the shame. There's just one thing I want them to know. I've got a fire that burns in my bones. Something inside I can control. Caught in the flames and the way that they glow. Never gonna stop going till the drop. Counting down the clock, ticking like a bomb that's just about to explode. Screaming out through my soul to ashes and smoke. There's a fire that burns down deep in my bones. Watch it glow, it glitters like gold. There's a fire that burns down deep in my bones. Which way I will go, caught in the flames and the way that they glow. Night after night, day after day, falling every single time for these games that you play. Never gonna stop going till the drop, counting down the clock, ticking like a bomb that's just about to explode. Screaming out through my soul to ashes and smoke. Ashes and smoke. There's a fire that burns down deep in my bones. Watch it blow, it glitters like gold. There's a